Hello, my beautiful friend, and welcome to this episode of Angels Don't Lie. I am your host, Jeannie Street, and it is a gorgeous day here in the Northeast, so I decided to take myself outside to record this beautiful podcast. Just become part of the energy of spring. I find it so important that we nurture our soul with the warmth of the sun, with the fresh air, putting our feet on the earth, really grounding ourselves to nature. And I know this isn't available for everyone, but if you can find yourself at a park or a place where you can be in nature, this is a beautiful time of rebirthing where the buds are coming on the trees and the flowers are getting that fresh start. They're popping out of the ground, and here in the Northeast in Connecticut, our daffodils are flowing. Those yellow flowers, which are typically the first to burst open, are here. And it's important for our soul, important for our bodies to be in a rhythm of coming in during the winter, of nourishment, of fulfilling that rest period, and then to step into spring of rising. And with Easter this weekend, I thought, let's talk about this rising. Let's talk about what it means for our own soul journey, following Jesus, following the gift of being on this earth and in this planet, incarnate in this time and place, of remembering the journey that went before us, and the journey of Jesus, the journey of his mother, of Mary Magdalene, and all of the apostles, all of his disciples that followed him, all the people that knew and believed that Yahshua was indeed the Son of God and had come to fulfill that prophecy, came to fulfill what we were given in the Bible, in the writings, that this would come to pass. And particularly for this podcast, I wanted to step into the mother role, the mother energy, the nurturing, the nourishment that we can receive in relationship with the Holy Mother, with Mary, with following her footsteps, of being that young girl, of coming to a place of leaning in and trusting God, not knowing what the world was going to say, what her parents were going to say, what her friends would say, what the people around her, even the husband that she was promised to, would say about what she was told, of what she was shown. And I know this is true for myself. I know that God has spoken to me, and I know he has spoken to you. And maybe it's not in a descriptive way or a big way as with Mary, where the angel came upon her and told her that she was going to play this role in our humanity, that she was going to give birth to the Savior. Please do not dismiss your role or what God has shown you. Please do not take it and put it like it is less than, because the history is, and the teachings are, that we have been set free. We have been given this gift of the renewal of our souls, a renewal of life. And in this life, you've been given a really great gift, a gift of forgiveness, of compassion, of maybe survival, maybe healing great grief, maybe showing up and helping others in some way, shape, or form to provide lightness, maybe laughter, maybe healing. And so God uses all of what we've been through. He uses it for and weaves it into something good. He weaves it into something that is purposeful and abundant. And so this journey this past week for me has been a journey of following the Holy Mother Yes, following Jesus, carrying the cross. Yes, following the stations. But my focus has been on Mary, on her heart as a mother. And I can lean into this as a woman who nurtures and supports other women to step into their gift. I can lean into this as a mother, as someone who has given birth, who has children and has grandchildren. And I can lean into this as a reflection of my foremothers, my mother, my grandmother, her mother, like the mothers that have gone before us, my father's mother. We can lean into these teachings in so many ways. And so it's our ability to let go of control, to allow God to bring our imagination up to speed and up to his level. And the imagination is a really beautiful thing because it opens us up to creative flow. It opens us to painting pictures in a different way. And so that's how I approached this Holy Week, to step into the role with the Holy Mother, of supporting her, of feeling her heart as she suffered and loved so deeply, loved and wanting to stop the pain, but also knowing on a level this was to be a fulfillment, to know that something had to come to pass in order for something great to come. And this is such a teaching lesson. Like, sometimes we have to step into hard things and witness them. And sometimes we know these hard things are coming. The body knows, the soul knows, and we might resist it. We might try to stop it. We might try to interfere with its role of coming all the way through. And it can be really uncomfortable. And I can speak for myself of the season of coming in during the winter months this year. We're really cocooning in and really coming into a place of letting go of resistance around healing parts of my life that hadn't fully been brought to the light, healing parts that were still like sticky and holding on and creating forms of resent, I'll say, creating like a negative impact in ways. And so coming into that embodiment of, all right, Lord, what will you have me do with this? How can you use this? And how will you have me heal this? And I know I've talked to you about this, yes, God, yes, energy of saying yes, of agreeing yes. And this reminds me of Mary when the angel came and she was like, yes, of course, yes, God, yes. Like, could you put yourself in those shoes? Could you put yourself in Mary's sandals for just a moment to experience, without knowing what happened, without knowing the outcome, but knowing in your body that God is calling you for something greater? And you receive this message, you receive this calling, and it's not a calling on the telephone or on social media. It's a calling within, deep within your soul, and you feel it. You feel it so immensely, and you don't know what to do with it. And this calling is right there, just like, will you hear me? Will you lean into me? Can you trust me? And if you can see yourself in Mary's sandals and standing and just accepting and being like, of course, like, yeah, be it done according to your will, because your will is so much better than my will. So much better. And so Mary teaches us. She teaches us through her journey of saying yes, of accepting a position, a role that's probably so uncomfortable and scary, and her family is going to be mad at her. She knows what's going to come for her on the other side of that yes. It's not going to be great. And you can reflect on your own life of saying yes, and people having judgment, people stepping in and saying, no. I stepped into writing a book when it didn't look like I could write a book. And this yes, it scared the crap out of me. It scared me on so many levels, because I had stories to tell about who I was, and I was great at telling those stories, and God had a different story to tell. He had a different purpose. And I know this to be true for so many women that I work with, is that they have a story to tell, they have a truth to share, and Mary will step forward in this time that we'll have together, and she'll showcase their heart to me. She'll peel the layers of their pain back so I can see the calling, so they can reply. They can reply with their yes. They can reply from their soul, a resounding, full embodiment of, I don't know what this will mean, but yes. And as we continue, and today, leaning towards Easter, leaning towards this birthing and a rebirthing and a rising from the depth of a hell that we live in, a storyline that we live in, we can look at what Jesus went through as a reflection for, we come to life with crosses to bear. We come into this life with things to heal. The hard stuff has been taken and healed for us. And so our journey back to the cross, our journey back to our light, is in seeing that we have already been saved, and these things that encompass us, they pull at us, they take us down, they're not meant for us to stay in that and live in that forever. It's only a season. It's only a space of reconciling with our soul, of remembering God, of calling on that true power within your heart to rise to the moment where love will be glorified, where God will shine his light through your heart, and that all of the steps to get you to this moment will be lifted to the heavens. So I'm hoping that this message is a reminder that the soul work is not easy. The journey from birth to death is one that's messy, that we are going to lose, we are going to suffer, we are going to experience some big things. But it is in our rising that it's all made into gold, it's made into light, it's made into a purpose. So if you're in a season of low, call on the Lord, call on the Holy Mother to hold you. She will be ever present for you. And in honor of remembering the journey to the cross, remembering Jesus and the pain he endured and the mockery, the shame that he was served, may we remember where our thoughts and our minds lie and our hearts lie. May we remember that he paved the way, that we don't have to be hard on ourselves any longer. We do not have to be suffering and bleeding our blood and our emotions and our feelings all over the place, that we can come in. We can come in to embody ourselves, to embody the grace of God, and to share our light with the world. And today, I just want to reflect on our departed loved ones who stand ever present with us. But what God shows me is this beautiful kingdom of light, of love, that refreshes and nourishes our soul. And our departed loved ones are waiting. They're waiting for us to see them, to feel them, to know that they're here with us, that whatever grief we carry, whatever hardships and pains, they want to help and support us in making it light. That's God working his grace through our lineage, through our loved ones, for the greater good. Because as more love enters this planet, as more miracle of love is received in your body, our earth is healed, our relationships are healed. And so it's this global, this is beautiful that we are receiving all of this love and all of this light from heaven for the greater good. My angels and guides and the Holy Mother, they have shown me that we are living in the time of experiencing heaven now. I call this like the age of the healer. And this heaven now experience is that we're embodying all of the bounty of heaven, even if it's just for like a second. What happens when we come together in communion and we lean in and we envision heaven through meditation, we contemplate the amount of love, the unconditional love, the profound love that's available, and we hold it. Well, something happens in our bodies, like this blooming that begins to illuminate what is real and starts to dissipate what isn't real. So when our hearts are open and our eyes are open and our senses are all on board with heaven, we purify in real time. We purify here, and that's what God is seeing is upon us, is that the earth is healing in real time, because one person at a time is embodying that. They're embodying His light, His love, and they're remembering, oh, I get to do this. I get to forgive. I get to release. I get to surrender. I get to shine. I have that choice. It is my right. And that is God working His grace through us. So I hope that this leaves you in a place of remembering that your soul is here for a reason, that you are bright, that you are beautiful, and the past does not define or make you who you are. It actually supports you in becoming the person that you are truly meant to be. I hope this, again, leaves you in a really, really great place. And if you'd love to go further, if you'd love to hang out with me, I would love to bring you on our journey to experiencing heaven now. I have a lovely array of events on my website that are ready and waiting for you. We have curated them with God to create holy experiences, both with myself and collaborating with other light workers, so that we open up even more in new ways to experience the profound, unconditional love here on earth. May God bless you and keep you.